Hey guys, what's going on? What a night for MMA, guys. We just got Connor versus Holloway 2 announced, man. That insane fight. Two of my favorite guys, man. I don't even know who I'm going to cheer for, to be honest. Like, Holloway's my favorite fighter of all time. But I don't want to see McGregor come back and get, like, starched, man. I'm just hoping for a good fight. You know, hoping for a good fight. That's all I'm going to say about that. How about this MVP card? I got it playing right now. I just watched Nate Diaz get stopped against Mike Perry, but I'm watching it right now. The Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey fight's about to start. Not missing that. But I do want to talk about this Allen versus Costa card. Got my notes right here. We are going to dig in right to the first fight of the night, which was Bannon versus Cagliari. First fight of the night. I think it was women's strawweight. And man, this fight, dude, I got the prediction wrong. I thought that Bannon was gonna win. I was wrong. They came out hot. But then Cagliari used her judo really well. And then Bannon was going for a really good high guard. She got taken down. She was doing a really good job of getting that high guard. She just wasn't really working anything off of it. And I think she lost the first round. I do think she was active off her back, but in MMA, like, you can't win off your back. It's really rare. And then when round two started, it was really good, like a really good karate matchup, really good karate striking, up until Cagliari went like Habib mode and like started clinching with Shannon, and yeah, then she started to open up, man, and then Bannon. I thought Bannon won round two. I know Cagliari used her wrestling really good, but Bannon did reverse it, and she did start to land good. And it looked like Cagliari was gassed. And then in round three, it was really weird. Cagliari, like, she was like framing against the fence. She was like, looked like she was like digging her fingers into Bannon's eye, and then she took Bannon down, and then ended up submitting her with that arm triangle. So that puts me to 0-1 on the day. Yeah, guys, but in the second fight of the night, Perez versus Garuli. I got this wrong too. However, it was a banger of fight. Perez came out really strong, attacking all the levels, body, head, legs, everything. He was attacking everything. DC's commentary was kind of weird. I did notice that. He was talking about his knees hurting. While they're going like full out there, boom, boom, boom. He's like, I hurt my knee yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I hurt my knee. At the weigh-in show, I hurt my knee. And I was just like, dude, talk about the fight. Like, they're killing each other. And then he's talking about, like, that's an anaconda choke. That's an anaconda choke. They all tell me it's anaconda. Like, when it was very obvious that, I'm pretty sure it was Garul who had it in. But Garul had this really good darce in. Darce is when you come under the armpit to the head. Anaconda is when you come through the head to the armpit. I thought that was pretty. I thought everyone knew that. But DC was like, that's an anaconda. That's an anaconda because armpit's to armpit. That's an anaconda, guys. I was just like, dude. I thought it was a darce. Whatever, though. I thought Garul won the first round. It was a good scrap. And in the second round, it was very easily 10-9 Garul. Even though Perez started off pretty hot, Garul came back and overcame some adversity and took the round. And then Perez just wouldn't die. He was at 1 HP that whole third round. He just would not fall. Dude. He would just, why would you fall, Jack? Why would you fall? Like, So, yeah, Perez ended up dropping that one, put me 0-2. Hey, Arde de Leon, Arlene versus Pollyanna. Man, what I said, the MVP card did start for this one, so I low-key was bouncing between. And look, Pollyanna like faked an eye poke, which was kind of weird during that one. I thought Adeline won an easy 10-9 the first round. And dude, I put this down in my notes. The first MVP fight was so goofy, bro. And a couple of them ended up being kind of goofy. I'll talk about that maybe. Maybe another video. Maybe I'll put in this one depending on how I'm feeling. But man, it was like two unks back there, dude. But like one unk knew Taekwondo and was throwing spinning kicks, man. It was insane. But anyways, what I want to talk about here is, I wish there was a video of it because no one's ever going to believe me. But when Polyana threw that body lock when she was in guard, I was like, don't do that, right? You do that, you're going to get submitted. I was like, I wonder if Arta de Leon has seen this before. I wonder if she knows about this submission. And everyone online's like, I seen it on Instagram, see it on Instagram, see it in the post fight. I was like, I seen it on Instagram. I know which Instagram video it is. I'm going to tell you so I don't sound like a LARPer. It is of this video. It's like this. I think it's a kids match at like this grappling tournament. It's of this kids match. Oh, that's really bright, bro. But yeah, it's this kids match at a grappling tournament, and like some kid did that. But yeah, I know that one. I didn't know the name of it, but I did know you're not supposed to body lock when you're supposed to do. That's why you just close your legs instead of body locking when you're in full guard or when you're trying to hold that. Because then you're susceptible to that. And I seen it the entire time, and I was just wondering if it would happen. And it's kind of crazy that it happened, I can't lie. I moved to 1 and 2. I don't even want to talk about this fourth fight, bro. It pissed me off so bad. So the first round of freaking Brundage and Petrosky, bro. It was like Johnny Walker, Dominic Reyes, bro. It was like a lot of feints, a lot of leg kicks, a lot of feints, leg kick, feint, leg kick, right? But then, Cody tried a bottom side guillotine. That's going to be the most Cody Brundage thing to do ever, is to jump a guillotine and get yourself in the bottom side control. I swear, that's the most Cody Brundage thing to do ever. But he did it. Petrosky got up and countered it, and I think he won. I thought he won the round 10-9. But out of nowhere, bro, out of nowhere, Cody Brundage just chins Petrosky. I know Petrosky's chinny, man, but damn, dude, he got chinned bad. He got chinned bad by freaking Cody Brundage. Now we gotta watch Cody Brundage stay in the UFC longer. Like, no hate to the dude, but dude, right? Like, it's whatever though. That's the most apex fight of apex fights ever. Cody Brundage versus Andre Petrosky. And then we have Vieira versus Cavalcanti, man. Like, I scored the fight for Cavalcanti, man. I thought it was close. I'm not saying it was a robbery. I just thought that Cavalcanti had won. I'm not upset with it, but I thought the first round was really close. But I thought Cavalcanti won 10-9. I thought her inside leg kicks were really good, and that she was using her footwork really good and like not getting hit as much, and she was landing some really good shots. I thought she won. Vieira definitely won the second round with that grappling, but she did just lay in full guard though, like the whole time. That was kind of boring. And then I thought Cavalcanti did enough at the end of the third round to steal the third round, and I scored it for her 29-28. But I'm not upset. But I did move to 1 and 4 on my picks, so I was a little pissed then. But at least we bounced back with Gant versus Menev, man. That was a really good fight, dude. I know there are probably some casuals out there saying that was really boring, and I know it's like a kickboxing fan, dude. Like, that's worst nightmare. But like, that was a really good wrestling clinic. Really good wrestling. Menev was doing really good at just getting up after wrestling, and then Gant was there with the mat returns, and then it was just really awesome. And then the second round specifically, there was even like the mat returns in the second round were even better. And then Gant got on top and flattened out Menev and found that ground and pound to get that finish, man. I think Menev looked good though. Like, obviously coming in on short notice, I didn't think he looked bad. I feel like he's gonna be all right in the UFC, man. I feel like his wrestling is really good. I just feel like Gantz is really good. You know, Gantz is like elite. So that's what I think about that. But moving on, this fight pissed me off even worse. Tokos versus Urslan, dude. Dude. This fight pissed me off so bad, dude. They were just rocking each other. It was like Homer Simpson out there, bro. It was insane. Like, they were just like punching, just freaking rocking each other. Dude, it was wild. Tuco was out there with his Dustin Poirier, you know. Like, fixing with his hair, pulling up the shorts, fixing the hair. You know. So that's what he was doing. He was really messing with his hair a lot. I remember his last fight, he was bald. and now he's got like nice little hair going. Every time after combo, boom, boom. Every time. Um, but yeah, it was a close round at the end, but I edged it out for Tuco based off the end of that round where he kind of had Urslan like on the ropes about to go out. And then, oh my goodness, after that, bro, it pissed me off, bro, because Tuco was taking these terrible shots. Each and every one, he would just like fall back to his back, dude. It was just really bad. And then he would get in a bad position, and then his jiu-jitsu looked pretty trash too, man. I know these guys fight at a high level, man, but like his side control escape was just giving him your back. And you know, like he didn't even try to do any technical side control escape. Like it was pretty bad. But anyways, moving on. The third round was even worse with the bad shots. He took a shot right for his knees, and all Urslan did was Urslan just like pushed him back and got on top, and it was pretty bad. And then at the end, bro, it just seemed like Tuco's gave up. He just like gave up at the end. So I want to know how bad Junior Tafa is, man. You know, I went to 2-5, so I was pretty upset. 2-5 for the prelims, but here's where I cook. Here's where I cook. I gotta admit, these prelims were kind of trash. Like, a lot of them, like, was just a lot of, like, full guard, you know, it was just freaking, a lot of them was boring. A lot of it was boring. Here's where we start to get good. Williams versus Varentenikov, man. Chaos had insane pressure. Insane pressure. Mercy guy. Those are my guys down in freaking Lansing. Love those guys. Train with a lot of those guys. But, dude, Williams came in so hard to Varentenikov, and like, you know, all he did was like blitz at him and throw a punch, and it almost killed Varentenikov. It almost killed him. He was like wobbling around, like all bad, like wobbling around so bad, so badly wobbled. And then frickin' Williams just finished him, baby. I go to 3-5, 1-0, 1-0 on the main card. That's what's important. We're only carrying the main card. That's all that's important. Kiwamba versus Sopai. I'm a very big Bernardo Sopai guy, man. Like I said in my prediction, I've liked this guy, man. I've liked this guy. He did get slammed out by Vinicius Oliveira, but I'm pretty sure that was on short notice. I'm pretty sure. If it wasn't, I never said that. But I'm pretty sure it was on short notice. But yeah, Sopai, man, his boxing didn't look as good as I was glazing it to be. Like, it looked good at start. He was really fast with his hands. Was really fast. But he mixed in the grappling well, too. Like, that's something that I'm pretty sure he mixed in the grappling in the Ricky Tercios fight. But not like he did here, man. He looked really good in the grappling here. But I've always thought he was like a really technical boxer based off the Tercios fight. Man, he just looked like his boxing was really good. But he wasn't throwing his combinations like he was against Tercio. He was more like really quick, like really quick jabs, straights, you know, stuff like that. He got a decent bite on a sub late in the first round, but I just think he won the round 10-9. And then in round 2, like, it looks like Kiwamba is like starting to come on pretty heavy, and then Sopai just like flash knockdowns him, gets on top. He's like freaking landing ground and pound. They don't stop it, dude. Like, he was serious. I was nervous he was gonna gas out and then get caught in something, because I was like, dude, he's been trying to finish the guy for like a long time. And I'm not saying they should have stopped it. I still think Kiwamba was like intelligently defending to a point. Like, I wouldn't have been mad if they stopped it, but it did go on for a long time, and he was trying to finish that fight for a long time. But I'm glad he did find the choke. He did find the choke, and he did win. So that moves me to 2-0 on the main card. And the third fight on the main card, Dukakis versus Edwards, man. This was a rough one. I was low-key kind of glazing Bukauskas. Well, I'm going to say Modestas. I was glazing Modestas, because we're on a first-name basis now. I was glazing Modestas in my prediction. I was like, this is Modestas. Modestas Bukauskas, man. You only lost to this guy and this guy, man. I think it was only like freaking... I'm sorry. It was only Vitor Petrino, and Vitor Petrino was the world killer. And then it was like freaking, what's the kid's name? Freaking minor, the guy who was Ukrainian, that became Russian, man. Having a heart, Krylov. That's the kid's name, Krylov. But regardless, so he's only lost to those guys, like in his second stint, which is his current stint in the UFC. He only lost to those guys. So I was like, he's fighting this 8-4 guy, right? But he genuinely did not look like he looked pretty good at moments, especially that I believe it was the second round. He looked really good, but like I'll just break it down. Edwards didn't start off bad, but I think Modesta still won the round based off damage, even though Edwards was getting a lot of control time against the fence. Round 2 was definitely Modestas, man. He was rocking him, and then the first time he rocked him, Edwards initiated the clinch, and I was like, okay, that's good defense. But then Modestas rocked him, and then he initiated the clinch. I was like, what the hell is he doing? I think I literally wrote down in here. I wrote down like WTF or something, because I was just like, what the hell is going on here? And then the third round, I thought it was a really timid round, but I gave it to Edwards. It was a split decision. I don't really see that, but I'm just glad they got the guy who won right. Still undefeated on the main card. Rolling through to Wellmaker versus Diaz. I picked Wellmaker. And he lost, okay? I'm taking that L. But don't say I didn't say Diaz was going to be a problem with his grappling. Go back and watch my prediction video. I literally said, this is going to be a good fight, but I think Wellmaker's going to win. You know, I was wrong. I admit, I was wrong. But I said Diaz was going to give him a problem in the grappling. So you got to give me like half credit, man. Like, you got to give me something. Because I said Diaz. I watch film on these guys. I'm not just some chud coming out here, like, picking freaking Wellmaker because I thought he was going to win. But I did say Diaz was going to give him a problem in the grappling. Let's break it down. At first, Diaz was biting on like all of Wellmaker's feints. Everything Wellmaker would feint, Diaz would bite really heavy on. And then in the open stance that they were in, Wellmaker was getting really good body kicks. You could see the welt on Diaz's body. Diaz initiates the grappling in the round and had some decent success. Wellmaker, I thought, was winning the round up until, or he gets, he was getting control on the ground, but he got back up. But then he gets flash knocked down. And then Diaz comes in and throws this borderline illegal knee, like grazes the shoulder, then comes to the head. But it wasn't illegal. But I thought Diaz won the round. For sure, he definitely won the round. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to act like he didn't, because he definitely did. Diaz gets Wellmaker down again. Then he gets to the back. He gets to the back really well. Then he becomes the first man to finish Wellmaker, man. Now we got a new contender at bantamweight. I'm telling you, Diaz only got one loss. That guy's going to be really good, dude. I just didn't know how well his skills would translate over to the UFC. That's why I didn't pick him. But his grappling looked pretty good, dude. And I don't even know what we do with Wellmaker now, you know? What do we do with Wellmaker? It's like he's coming off like 2 losses, you know, this one being worse than the one that Ethan Ewing. What do we do with Wellmaker, man? I don't know. So I guess we'll keep posted, man. Hopefully he can bounce back, because I was on the Wellmaker hype train after he got that sweet knockout in the Contender Series. I was on the hype train. Moving on. How about Doo Ho Choi versus Daniel Santos, man? I'm telling you, Doo Ho Choi freaking always brings a scrap. I loved it. Santos opened up with some nice kicks. I did think they were really loud, but I was like, man, he's throwing like a lot of kicks and like a lot of ones that like get you tired really easily, man. Choi showed some really good takedown defense too. I was really happy to see that. Really nice takedown defense. They had some wild exchanges, but I did give the first round to Santos 10-9. And then the second round, man, Santos slowed down a little bit. he's getting his takedown stuff. Choi starts to stand his. Like, Choi had some good moments in the first round, but the second round, man, those shots were landing really good. Like, I think Choi had a really good check hook in the first round, but the second round, man, he was like pressuring. He was boom, 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 just coming in really nice. Really nice. And then Santos completely gasses out, and Choi's him against the fence. He lands a body shot that just crumbles Santos. Just crumbles him, man. And the fight ends, and then Choi wins. We got our revenge for what happened to Zombie Jr. We beat Daniel Santos. We are celebrating. We love Doo Ho Choi, man. I'll always have a thing for the Korean fighters, man, because the Korean Zombie, he was one of the first fighters I ever watched when I was a little kid, man. Ever since then, I've always loved like the Korean guys, and Korean Zombie was in the corner for Doo Ho Choi, man. That was just nice to see. To the main event, man. To the main event. This was a really good fight. Back and forth, but really good performance from Arnold Allen, man. Let's break it down. The first round, he drops Costa, then takes him down. Costa does a really good job regarding. And then they share some crazy scrambles, dude. Like the first round, there were some crazy scrambles. I was low-key nervous for my boy Arnold Allen. I was like, man, Costa's jiu-jitsu is really good, man. It's really good. And Costa gets on top, and then he gets the back, and then Arnold Allen gets back on top, man. And then it was close to start off, but I did give the first round to Arnold Allen, so 10-9. I think Ronda Rousey's walking out right now. I can't tell. Who cares? Second round, man, Allen was looking good with his hands, but Costa was really looking good with his legs. No, that's Gina Carano. But, yeah, man, Costa, those leg kicks, man. Those leg kicks are good. I don't mean to sound like Joe Rogan, dude, but those leg kicks, I'm not saying that Arnold felt it, because he was bouncing on that leg really good. But the leg kicks, he was just a lot of numbers. A lot of numbers on the leg kick. But yeah, man, then Costa threw a kick and hit the canvas, and it was like really weird. It was like, because usually when that happens, like they'll throw like a kick or two, or they'll get in the guard. It was like a really prolonged, like Arnold Allen like messing around in the guard, like before he actually got down. He was like getting in there, kicking, and it looked like freaking Costa doing an up kick that like hit Arnold Allen in the nuts. But I don't think the ref seen that or thought it was a nut shot, but it looked to bother him. But it was a close round, but I think I gave it to Costa. I'm pretty sure one judge did too. I don't know. I know one judge had the same scorecard as me. I don't know if he gave it to the same round. I definitely could see how Arnold Allen won. I just think that Costa did a little bit more with the kicks. So I gave it to him. Round 3, though, Arnold hurts Costa a few times. Costa goes for a takedown and he like fell back in the guard. And then Allen landed some really good damage when he was in that top position, man. He landed some really good damage. And then, yeah, landed a few big ones to end the round, dude. So 10-9 Allen. He's up 2-1 on me right now, going to the championship rounds. Costa turned it up a little bit. In the beginning of the fourth, he turned it up a little bit, but then Allen rocked him and took him down. Costa got up and they had some decent exchanges, but Allen definitely won the round 10-9 for me. And then round 5, man, they started off going, dude, and Costa had the advantage in the striking, man, but Allen got a takedown, got a couple mat returns. He used a really good body lock. I think it was Costa was working for butterfly. He wasn't in a full guard quite yet. He was trying to get to that butterfly, but Allen had that body lock really good. He got his elbows down to the mat, so Costa couldn't like control it. Like once you get that body lock and you get it down to the mat, like you have it. And he did a really good job of that to maintain the position. He eventually got to the back. My boy even threw up a twister. Like he didn't like get the arm behind and like pull on the head like how to finish it. Yeah, but it was a cheeky little twister setup. I can't lie to you. It was a cheeky little one. But then he got some really good ground and pound to end the fight, and he won that. He won that round easily, 10-9. So I had it 49-46 for Arnold Allen. I could definitely see a 50-45, but I had it 49-46. Arnold Allen looked really good this fight, man. I just wish I would have seen him like with a little more urgency to finish, man. He had good urgency to finish, but he just didn't get the finish. Costa's a tough guy, man. It's gonna be tough to finish him regardless. Especially he's got really good jiu-jitsu, which makes it really hard to finish a guy. Because like if you're just hitting someone on the ground and they're not doing anything, that's not intelligently defending, the ref's gonna stop it. But if they're at least like rolling around, trying for things, like the ref will let it play on a little bit longer. Costa did look like the Joker out there, though. His lip was like bleeding. It was like red, and he had the green hair, man. I don't know, bro. Arnold Allen genuinely beating the shit out of the Joker right now, but that's whatever. As for Costa, man, like I think he looked all right. I just think Arnold Allen's a tough challenge for anyone at featherweight, man. Arnold Allen will give a tough day too, but regardless, I think Costa, maybe give him the number 10 guy. Maybe give him someone like that. Like, I don't want to see him fight, like, down out of the rankings. I wouldn't even, he's at number 12 right now. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight, like, a number 10 or I don't know who it is. I don't know who the hell that is. So, if they're booked, obviously give it to someone else. Or if the fight doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. But I'm just saying, like, him still fighting up wouldn't be terrible to me. So I think Arnold Allen is really good for like a number 7 ranked guy. As far as like number 7 ranked guys go, Arnold Allen is really good. Arnold Allen called for a rematch with a couple guys. I think a Jean Silva rematch would be interesting, like a little bit later down the line, since that fight just happened in like January. But I do think that would be interesting. I would like to see that. And then the Evloev rematch, man, like, sorry, doesn't make that much sense yet. But if Arnold, like, puts together a couple good wins, it might. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing, like, an Arnold Allen versus, like, a Yusuf Zalal. I think that'd be a pretty good fight. I know Yusuf Zalal's coming off an L, but that's to Aljamain Sterling, man. Someone I think they should be right up there with Evloev for the title shot. So I think Yusuf Zalal versus freaking Arnold Allen would be pretty good. And then for Costa, man, like maybe like an Aaron Pico, that might be a fun fight. Maybe Pitbull would be a fun fight. I think that Costa would beat the hell out of Pitbull. But Aaron Pico would be a good fight. Unless you're trying to get Pico up higher. But I don't know, man. I don't want to give up on this Costa hype train, man. Like, he's genuinely got some really good jiu-jitsu and some really good kicks, man. But as I said, Arnold Allen's a really tough guy for number 7. Let me know how y'all thought about the fights. I'm about to enjoy this. It's just about to start. So I'm about to enjoy this Gina Carano freaking Ronda Rousey fight. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace out. I'm not done. I'm adding this onto the video, dude. Ronda Rousey just tapped out Gina Carano in 15 seconds. I don't even know what to think about this. Like, it's really cool. See y'all later.